Hello, my name is Mara, and welcome to Books Like Whoa. So it's Tag Tuesday, which means that it is time for me to do another tag. I do a lot of these, but part of it is because I just find them really enjoyable. They're fun to film. I think that they're easy. They're an easy way to get creative, and it makes me think about my collection in a new way that I might not if I was just doing a video that I'd kind of come up with. So anyway, I hope you guys like seeing tags because I really enjoy doing them. So today's tag is the Bookstore Book Tag. Is that what it... Yes, the Bookstore Book Tag. And I think this is an interesting one because I was expecting it to be just a lot of like purely, I don't know, things about your favorite bookstore or something, but it's sort of inspired by different experiences at the bookstore. So I think that this should be fun to do. So the first question is, the beginning of your trip. You walk into a bookstore and you instantly feel happy. Name a book that has a perfect beginning. You know, I don't know, I didn't have something that came to mind immediately for this in terms of like, oh, remember this book, it started and was just, you know, it grabbed me and it never let me go. I know that I've read books like that before, but just nothing came to mind. So I'm just going to go with what I have most recently found to be my most intriguing beginning of a book. And I'm going to say A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I think that she does a really nice job of sort of introducing an alternate reality and doing it in a way that doesn't feel too clunky, but was also super intriguing and really made me want to keep reading. The second question is the sad moment that you realize that they don't have the book that you're looking for, so it is a book that made you bawl your eyes out. And there's many books like this. I call them weepers, and yeah, it doesn't take a lot for me to cry in a book, but in terms of like a memorable experience of crying in a book, I decided to go with Gilead by Marilynne Robinson. I remember sitting so distinctly. I was on the second floor of the building at my grad school, and I needed to read this for a class, and it was literally just me sitting there sobbing outside of another classroom. And when that class let out, they all kind of walked by and were like, "Hey, are you okay?" This book is just so beautiful, and it's sad tears, but it's also just like good tears, and there's like a variety of different types of tears with this book. So yeah, I really recommend it. Okay, the third question is the moment when you're looking around a bookstore and you just find a random book that you love. So it is to name a hidden gem. And I'm going to say The Sparrow by Mary Doria Russell. Now, I could have just as easily picked this for the crying question because, like, holy shit, guys, like, if you want to cry like you have never cried before and wonder if there is anything good left in the world, this is the book you need to read. Now, I say all that, it doesn't make it sound like something that you want to read, but it's so good. I do think more people are talking about this these days. I don't think this is like an entirely obscure book, but it is so good. And it's sci-fi, but I think it's approachable sci-fi, and I don't know. Anyway, I just really love this. I wish everybody would read this. It makes you think. It will, like I said, make you cry like the little girl that you are in your heart. And yeah, I love this book. Number 4 is that moment where you found the book you were looking for. So name a book that you waited months and months to be released. And I'm going to say Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, because this is the first book that I remember waiting for the next one to come out, like really like avidly waiting for it. And this is the first book I ever went to like a midnight launch party for. So just a lot of nostalgia for this. Of course, I waited pretty much when I started reading, the third book had just come out. So pretty much from that point forward, like this book, the 5th, 6th, and 7th book, like, yeah, I was waiting very avidly for them. But this is the first one that I can remember having that kind of experience with. Number 5 is that moment where you see a gorgeous cover and you know you just have to have it. So name a book where you bought it purely because of the cover. And I've said before, I don't think that I buy any book purely because of the cover. Like, I would never buy a book just 100% because of that. But when I have purchased A Little Princess and Anne of Green Gables, like now, because like just out of the blue without them being a part of the Puffin and Bloom series, like no, like I bought them because they match my Heidi, so I can concede to that. But you know, they're classics, and they're good to have. So I don't feel like it was purely because of the cover, but yes, I would say pulling the trigger and buying these particular copies was because of the cover. So number 6 is that moment you have to pay a lot of money for your books, but still feel very happy when you finally have them. So name a book that made you suffer, but you still felt happy about it. I feel like this book tag is bringing out like all of my recommendations for like what I call the weepers. So here's another one, The Remains of the Day by Kazuo Ishiguro. This is my second favorite book of all time, and it gives you all the feelings, and you go on a real roller coaster of emotion, but I think it's totally worth it. I mean, obviously I love this book, so yeah, The Remains of the Day, it will make you cry, but it's like, as opposed to The Sparrow, where it's like, I've cried and I feel like I've earned these tears because they are bittersweet, but like have made me a better person. This is like, I have cried nostalgic tears over people's bad life choices, but like I leave feeling hopeful and like a better person for it. So yeah, Weeper, this is the tag of the weepers apparently. And finally, the question is, you walk out of the bookstore feeling happy, so name a book with a perfect ending. And I'm gonna say The Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie, just because I think that this is one of the most satisfying endings to a mystery that I've ever read, where you just feel like, yeah, like the whole journey to get here, the answer is very, very satisfying. So I think, yeah, this is a great ending. So I think that does it for this particular tag. I feel like this is sort of a downer tag, it turned out for me. But anyway, I enjoyed filming it still. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. And if you did enjoy, please like, subscribe, follow me on the social medias if you are so inclined. And I think that does it. So I hope you guys are having a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye!